You've been told your whole life that your emotions control you, that anger just happens, that fear overwhelms you, that sadness is something you endure. The Stoics proved that's a choice, and they left us a 5-step system to break free from it. What if I told you that right now, you have more power over your feelings than you've ever realized? 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, wrote something in his private journal that changed philosophy forever. He wasn't writing for an audience, he was writing to himself. And what he discovered was this: the gap between what happens to you and how you react to it is not automatic. There's a space there, and in that space lives your freedom. The Stoics didn't believe in suppressing emotions. That's a myth. They believed in understanding them, naming them, and choosing your response to them. This isn't about being cold or detached. It's about being free. And here's what modern psychology confirms. The Stoics were right all along. Your brain doesn't automatically create your emotions. Your thoughts, beliefs, and interpretations create your emotions. Once you understand that, everything changes. Today, I'm walking you through 5 ancient Stoic secrets that will give you real, usable power over your emotional life. Not someday. Starting today. The first thing the Stoics taught is this: you cannot master what you do not understand. Right now, you're experiencing emotions all the time, and most of them are just a blur. You're stressed, you're upset, you're frustrated. But this vagueness is your enemy. The moment you get specific about what you're feeling, you take power back. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This starts with precision. You're not just angry. Are you frustrated because someone didn't listen to you? Are you embarrassed because you made a mistake in front of others? Are you afraid because the outcome is uncertain? This isn't psychology jargon. This is ancient wisdom. When you name the specific emotion, 2 things happen. First, you activate the reasoning part of your brain instead of staying trapped in the emotional part. Second, you create distance between yourself and the feeling. You're no longer the emotion, you're observing it. Here's what you do. The moment you feel something strong, pause and name it. Not, "I'm upset," but "I notice I'm experiencing frustration because my expectation wasn't met." That's it. 1 sentence. That simple act of naming is the first secret to mastery. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychologist, wrote something that traces directly back to the Stoics. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. This is the most powerful truth in all of Stoicism. When something happens, someone insults you, you make a mistake, you face rejection, your brain naturally wants to react immediately. The Stoics discovered that this immediacy is an illusion. There is a gap. You have a choice. And the Stoics built their entire philosophy around expanding that gap. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself, you have a choice right now. When anger rises, you can feel it and choose not to act on it. When fear strikes, you can acknowledge it and choose courage. This epoab is where your freedom lives. So how do you access it? With practice. The Stoic technique is simple. Count to 3. When something triggers you, count to 3 before you respond. In those 3 seconds, your prefrontal cortex, your thinking brain, can take over from your amygdala, your emotional brain. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Then respond. Not react. Respond. there's a world of difference. This one sounds strange, but it's incredibly powerful. The Stoics practiced something called negative visualization, or in Latin, premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. What this means, before you face a difficult situation, imagine how you would feel if it goes wrong. Not to be pessimistic, but to prepare yourself emotionally. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic teachers, wrote, "Practice yourself to say to every hard impression, 'You are an impression, and not at all the thing you appear to be.' When you vividly imagine a bad outcome, something shifts. The feeling loses power. It becomes familiar. Your brain recognizes it's not destroying you. You can survive it." Here's a concrete example. You have a difficult conversation coming up. Your instinct is to avoid it because you're anxious about rejection. Instead of avoiding, the Stoic approach is to sit down and vividly imagine the worst outcome. She says no. He disagrees. They get angry. You feel rejected. And you imagine moving through that pain and coming out the other side. When you actually have the conversation, it doesn't hit you the same way. You've already lived through the emotional impact in your mind. The real conversation is easier because you've pre-digested the fear. This isn't positive thinking. It's realistic preparation. It's facing your fear head-on before it happens. Marcus Aurelius used a technique he called the view from above. When something upset him, he would zoom out mentally. He would imagine looking down at Rome from above. Then, farther back, the entire Roman Empire. Then, the entire world. Then into space, looking back at Earth. When you zoom out that far, your problem becomes tiny. Not because it doesn't matter, but because it's revealed for what it actually is. Temporary. You're panicking about a presentation. Zoom out. In 50 years, it won't matter. You're crushed by a rejection. Zoom out. In 100 years, no one will remember. This isn't about being nihilistic. It's about perspective. And here's the Stoic secret. Perspective is freedom. When you zoom out, you see that you're part of something bigger. You're part of humanity, part of history, part of nature itself. Your personal drama is real, but it's not the whole story. The Stoics believed this created a kind of acceptance, not resignation, but acceptance. They called it amor fati, the love of fate. You see clearly that you're not the center of the universe, which paradoxically makes you stronger, not weaker. Every evening, Marcus Aurelius did something that changed his life. He sat down and reviewed his day, not to beat himself up, but to learn. This is the Stoic practice of reflection, and you can do it every single night. Marcus Aurelius would ask himself, did I lose my temper today? Where did I respond poorly? Where did I succeed? What can I do better tomorrow? The magic of this practice is that it decouples you from your mistakes. You're not the person who messed up. You're the observer reviewing the person who messed up. And that distance creates growth. This is how mastery actually builds. Not through sudden enlightenment, but through daily, unglamorous review and adjustment. Like an athlete reviewing film. Like a musician practicing scales. When you review your day, you're training your mind to see patterns. You notice which emotions trap you repeatedly. You see which situations always trigger you. And once you see the pattern, you can interrupt it. Here's your practical exercise. Tonight, before bed, do the evening review. It takes 5 minutes. Sit down with a journal or a notes app. Ask yourself 3 questions. First, when did I lose control of my emotions today? What triggered it? Second, how did I respond? Would I make the same choice again? Third, what would the Stoic version of me have done instead? That's it. 3 questions. Write briefly. The goal isn't literary quality, it's clarity. Do this every night for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, review your reviews. You'll see patterns. You'll start to predict which situations will trigger you. And that prediction is power. The Stoics believed that philosophy wasn't about reading or thinking. It was about daily practice. This evening review is your daily practice. It's how you graduate from knowing these secrets to actually living them. Your emotions aren't your enemy. Your lack of awareness of them is. The Stoics understood that you are not automatically controlled by what you feel. You have a space between the event and your response. In that space is your freedom. And these 5 secrets, naming your emotions, finding the pause, visualizing difficulty, zooming out, and reviewing your day. These are the tools that expand that space. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man in the world. But his real power wasn't political. It was internal. He mastered his emotions by using these exact techniques. And if he could do it in the chaos of running an empire, you can do it in your life today. Start with 1. Pick the secret that resonates most and practice it for 1 week. Then add another. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Your emotional life is yours to command. And that journey starts right now.